Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today I'm going to be doing an interesting discussion on whether or not Cell can do the Spirit Bomb. Now as we know, in a lot of the games is where it's gained much popularity in games like Xenoverse, Budokai, and even some of the old Butoden games. We've seen Cell doing the Spirit Bomb and stuff, and this is all spawned off of a saying Cell had made, or a comment Cell had made rather, back in the series where he had stated that he can do the Spirit Bomb. Now this is something that fans have debated for a very, very long time now. And there really hasn't been a direct answer among fans from what I have gathered. So I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So this all started, as I said, with the comment Cell had made that he can do the Spirit Bomb. And the things that a lot of people are saying is, well, you have to be pure of heart to use the Spirit Bomb, and, Cell's completely evil. And then there are people who say, yes, even though you have to be pure of heart, or the statement is pure-hearted, people like to use the argument that if he's pure evil, he can do an evil Spirit Bomb, and you can argue that and all that, but the fact of the matter is, guys, the whole thing about pure-hearted, you need to be pure of heart to use a Spirit Bomb, and all of that stuff is purely from the anime only. Now, I know a lot of people like to take their cues and all their stuff from the anime, and that's all fine and good, that's your choice, but when you're doing discussions like this, I tend to use stuff from the manga, or do my best to. And in the manga, there is nothing really stated that you have to be pure of heart. When Goku's using it on King Kai's planet, it just stated that he manipulates it with his ki. Going further into the series, when he uses it against Vegeta, and then when he passes it down to Krillin, he does give it to Krillin, and Krillin gets it in his hand. And then when Krillin throws it at Gohan, this is the part where people really took it from the anime. Is Goku said, if your heart is pure, so it shouldn't hurt you, and that kind of does translate to the manga as well a little bit, but in the manga it's more along the lines of you don't have evil ki, so it won't hurt you. And I think this is really the way it was intended to be. Is when Goku passed it to Krillin, he had manipulated the ball so Krillin could wield it, not being an opponent. And, that in some way made it not effective against Gohan as well. But in turn still effective against Vegeta, if that makes sense. That's just an assumption on my part, but it seems kind of likely that he could manipulate it in that sort of way. So going to Cell, for me personally, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to from the stuff that I've just said. Definitely if you're going off the anime, I don't see how he would be able to do it. But if you're going off the manga, which is a primary and original source, the original canon works, going off the manga, I can't see any reason why he wouldn't be able to do it. The only thing I can really say that he would have trouble is forming a large one, because the large Spirit Bombs are ones that people raise their hands to gather energy for and share their energies with, the combatant that's using the Spirit Bomb. So I think that Cell, if he were to do one, which I guess there wasn't really a point in the series where he could have done it, at least in my mind, Cell himself would probably do the smaller Spirit Bomb that Goku used against Vegeta. He'd be able to gather the energy from the plants and the maybe the animals, but maybe not as well. The plants and other planets and suns, he'd be able to gather energy from them, and more than likely just form a smaller one. But maybe he can do a large one. I'm not sure. But that's my thoughts on that. So, all in all, guys, the supporting things that I like to throw out, he said he could do it. I don't know why he would boast about an attack he knows he can't do. We've seen in the series that he doesn't need to practice any attacks. He knew the Kamehameha Wave, he knew the Special Beam Cannon, he knew all those attacks without even practicing them, or we can assume he didn't practice them at least. So I would assume that he would be able to do the Spirit Bomb based on him saying it, and as well as what I just said, earlier, that you don't necessarily need to be pure of heart to use it, but it does appear that it can be manipulated to affect certain types of people in some aspects, and this can kind of be shown. And an interesting way maybe to contradict that is maybe to, somewhat when it attacks evil energy, if it's manipulated in that way, when Goku threw it against Kid Buu, it was going to hurt Vegeta, because I guess Goku still thought, Vegeta obviously was still evil at that point. But we're going a little bit off topic there. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully, maybe I swayed some people's opinions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Discuss this out if you maybe have some things to say and throw out there. Maybe you can, prove me wrong. That's fine. I love to talk to you guys in the comments. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.